All right, we are back in the garage with the budget show car build. That's our 1993 Honda Civic that we call the Furious Civic. And we got just a couple of random things going on today. Plus, we're going to reveal our wheels to you because we've had them for a while.
Long time.
Yeah, and we finally just got some rubber on them and new valve stems because they were leaking. So we're going to go through that. We're going to do a little bit body work and body kit fitting. And then also replace the struts for the Lambo doors that we put on last episode because the new ones have arrived in the mail. So,
and I think we might even get to a quick disc brake conversion.
Oh, right, yeah. Matt insists on calling it a disc brake conversion. But you'll see what he means. Yeah, it'll be good. So let's jump into it. All right, so just an overview for those of you who are new here with MT Garage and our Furious Civic. This is our 1993 Honda Civic. It is what we are building into a budget show car. So pretty much what you would have seen in the early 2000s, what you might see in Fast and Furious, Need for Speed, Pimp My Ride. That's the kind of car we're building. So some of the things that we've done so far, we have a spoiler back here that we fitted. We grabbed this off a 240SX. What else do we got? We have on the inside, well, now you know we got Lambo doors. On the inside, we haven't done a whole lot, except we've got a deck in here with a pop-out screen and a PlayStation 2, which was very exciting for us to do. That's all we got on the inside so far. Under the hood, we pretty much just refreshed the motor, so it now has no leaks. Painted the valve cover blue, gave it a little more curb appeal, put a cold air intake.
From a Subaru Impreza.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and so we've also done a bunch of body work because this car was a little bit rotted and it's been in a collision, so there was a bit of a dent there. We cleaned up the rear quarters here, fixed it with some new metal, and now we're just kind of shaping the body with some Bondo. And
the doors too?
The doors were new too because they were rusted, so we got these beautiful units off a very clean car.
We had to get the car running to start off, right? Because we bought it not running.
Yeah.
So we did a bunch of work to the motor, replaced a bunch of seals and stuff because it was leaking, oil pan gasket, just basic maintenance on it, and got the motor running tip-top. So
yeah, we got it not running, so we got it for a really good price, and ended up being that the alternator wasn't plugged in.
Yeah, it wasn't giving it enough juice, so when you would rev the car, it would stall out because the alternator wasn't hooked up, and it didn't have enough power to handle that much horsepower, I guess.
Because so, this thing has a whole lot of them. It's almost got 100 horsepower.
So as soon as we hooked up the alternator, it fixed the problem right away.
Yeah.
So it's good to go.
And it's roadworthy. We have all the proper registration, and TOD it's fully safety. Here in Manitoba, you have to have a safety check done on a new car before you can insure it. So this thing is fully ready to be on the road, and it drives good. So wow, that's a quick little overview of this car. So let's get into the work. All right, so we have the old strut out on the passenger side. And we have the new parts. So you want to open that up, Matt?
Yeah.
Because who doesn't like new parts from eBay?
A pain to get into.
All right, so side-by-side comparison. What do they look
600 pounds. 650 pounds, Tim.
Yeah, it's 50 more pounds, man. Because all the sweet sound equipment we're going to put in them.
That should be right.
Looks about good.
Have to put the right fittings on there. Swap them over. And
yeah, swap fittings, and then we'll install them and see what they look like.
Right on.
Okay. The new struts are installed, and man, look at this. Open it up, Matt.
Sure. You want them to go up too? Because they can do that.
Oh, wow. Please. They go up that easy.
So easy, and they just stay.
And it holds itself now. So with the weight of the door panel and the speaker and all that, it holds. So that's exactly what we wanted. So new struts are in. You can see they're nice and shiny. They're rated for 600 pounds. I think that's the perfect amount for this door.
Yep, it'll work.
Right on. All right, next man, body kit. Honda Civic. Matt.
Yeah.
And a Wings West bumper. So this is, if you haven't seen it before, I think we've only shown it once on our Instagram a while ago. But this is the body kit that we have. This is the front bumper of it, because this is what we're going to go to, this is what we're going to install next. So this is the, is it the Predator kit? I forget what the kit is called, but this is a Wings West kit from the late 90s and early 2000s. Like that's when this kit, this actual piece was made. It was sitting in a shop, in a performance shop for years and years and years, and that shop went out of business. And then the guy that we bought it off bought this from that guy, never installed it, just had it sitting in his attic. And so this is legitimately about 20 years old now.
Brand new.
Brand new. Never installed, never painted, never fitted. And so this is pretty fantastic, because this is like legitimate from the era that we're kind of aiming for. And so yeah, you can see it does have some holes because we have fit it. So I guess it has been fit before. So yeah, we're just gonna test fit it on this car. We just spent the last couple minutes aligning all the gaps on the fender and the hood, and making sure it closes and that the headlights are all lining up. We want to make sure that's like 100% before we try putting the bumper on, because the bumper really needs everything to be 100% before that bumper will fit right. So we're gonna go ahead and try to get that fit up and see what we can do. All right, we'll do one side at a time pretty much, or?
Yeah, we're gonna have to, because as soon as you move that side, then this side bows out because it's not molded.
So we are fitting the bumper on the passenger side on the front here, and it's probably tough to see on the camera, but when we have this bolt right here, that hole bolted in, we have this gap right here this way that we're trying to fill. So really, because of that ledge there, the bumper has to sit kind of like that to be flat, but then this is so far out. So Matt is working on a solution right now as we speak.
Yeah.
He's working on something. So pretty much we're gonna put like a bolt just threaded in here. So as we put the bumper in and bolt that one in, it'll kind of push that out. And if we're lucky enough, it will work.
Oh, it'll work.
We're pretty lucky dudes, so I mean, it's not gonna be great, but it'll be mint enough. Thread it in there, Matt. Just do it, Matt.
Oh, that's loosening.
Pretty much our idea is that we put this little peg out, so it pushes against the ledge here, so that when we bolt that one up, it will perfectly sit, and everyone will be happy.
Perfectly? I don't know. Perfectly.
Well, what if you push that one in a little more? It could come out a bit more. So, a little more work to do.
We'll figure it out.
We'll always do.
Alright, we got this.
Okay, so it didn't work the first time, but as always, you just gotta go bigger. So, a little bit of lighting in there. Matt's got this big old bolt. Sorry, I'm in your way.
This is terrible.
I mean, we won't show anyone this, but we got this big old bolt here that's actually just a stopper. And then we got the one that's holding the fender on, and the hole for this bumper here. That looks so good, Matt. Like, that is the answer.
Yes, that should work.
It'll do. We've got the front bumper pretty much semi-installed. Got to do a few more adjustments, but it's affixed, and Lambo doors up in hood style. And now we're gonna go and get those side skirts installed. Okay, so we got the side skirts out. This is the inside of it, and You know, got the old Wings West logo. So this is for the 92 to 95 Honda Civic. It's called the Avenger 2-door left side skirt. That's what this is. So this is the Avenger kit. Yeah, I thought it was something like Predator or Avenger or something.
It's cool.
But it's really, really cool. So that is the left side, or the driver's side. Yeah. We're gonna fit that up and kind of see what we're working with, because we honestly have no idea. Dead battery.
That kit suits that wing so good.
It does. Wow, this car is just working out. For being a budget build and having half of these things come from other cars, it's working out so well. We just kind of pieced it together with whatever was cheap and available at that time. But yeah, it flows really well with that wing. And the color that we got for this car, Matt, is going to be bang on.
Yeah.
So front bumper's on, both side skirts are on, and now it's time to turn our attention to the rear bumper. We got it sitting over here. This is a Wings West Avenger kit. Ooh.
Watch your steps.
Sorry, the bumper is so big. So old bumper is off. We've actually fit this bumper in the past. So we have the holes drilled up here for under the trunk lid, but now we are going to install it.
Yeah.
You and me both, buddy. That everyone's dying to see. So the rear is installed for the most part, 3/4 way anyways. Only thing we got is on this side, as you can see, it's flared out quite a bit, and I think this is the way the body kit was stored for all those years. So what we tried in the summer is we had the car sitting outside in the sunlight, or I guess it was in the heat anyways. And we had something pushing up against us to try to form it, but that didn't seem to make any difference. And so the issue is when we pull this in to be aligned here, we have quite a gap. As you might be able to see, there's quite a gap here that we're having an issue with. So I think we're gonna do the same thing as what we kind of did on the front passenger side, where we kind of put something there, a bolt, or in this case, we'll have to weld something in, and it will just push out the bumper on this side to make it nice and flat.
Sounds good to me.
All right, so there it is. We've got the full kit installed. Just got the rear done. As you can tell, it flares out quite a bit here, but we still need to bring this in. And that's part of that flaring issue we had from the way it was stored. But kit looks good from the back. Works so well with that spoiler. What do you think, Matt?
Oh yeah, I love it.
Yeah. So, bit of a side profile. Yeah, not bad. Still have a little bit of adjustments left to do, like on the front here.
Okay.
It flares out a bit, so we're gonna have to pull that in with a bracket. We'll just put a bracket from here to somewhere in there. Have to figure that out. And yeah, there it is. She looks mean. Okay, Matt, finally we can get to the wheels.
Yes.
We've had these wheels for a while, since we kind of first picked this car up.
Almost right after we got the car. We got
Yeah.
the wheels.
It's been sitting on these ugly Volkswagen wheels. So we can finally put these sweet new wheels on. Well, new, they're used. But we just got them all sealed up, got new valve stems, and 2 of the tires were shot, so we had some other ones put on there. So the tires are ready to be put on the car. And we're gonna do that. And at the same time, Matt, we also have...
Should I reveal the disc brakes?
Yeah, because as you know, we're doing a disc brake conversion, and Matt's going to expose them here. I won't show you the wheels yet. Here they are.
Straight out of China. Disc brake rotor covers. So these are meant for drum brakes, and they just slip right over them, and they sit right behind your wheel, and it looks like you have brake rotors.
With no caliper.
No caliper, no. And these are legit straight out of Fast and the Furious. I know Jesse's Jetta from the Fast and the Furious movie had these on the rear, so it's...
Why don't you read us some of the great benefits in the back there, Matt?
Oh yeah, this has very good benefits. Let's see, it is It circulates air around brakes to aid in cooling.
See, we're getting more performance out of these.
It gives the vehicle the appearance of having cross-drilled rotors, which are used by racing vehicles.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Universal application, fits 4 or 5 bolt patterns.
Okay. Patterns, new word for me.
Patented design.
I don't know if I believe that. I don't think China patents anything.
It's available in chrome, blue, and red. I don't know, I've never seen red brake rotors before.
Well, you haven't seen racing vehicles, have you?
All I've seen is a gnarly Civic.
So how do you install them, Matt?
Well, it's quite simple. You take your wheel off, you put this on, and you put the wheel on, torque it down, and you're good to go.
So it's pretty much like a wheel spacer that looks like a disc rotor.
It's hardly even a spacer, like
It's so thin.
that's the thinnest metal I've ever seen.
So, finally we get to reveal our wheels and get rid of these ugly Volkswagen red and silver wheels. So here they are. They are a Koenig Colors racing wheel. And these are just so perfect because I think they're era correct. They were cheap, as we're going for with this budget show car build, and they're in pretty good condition, a little battered, but I mean, for the price we got them for, with tires, we're happy, and they're gonna fit this car so well, especially with the color that we have chosen for the car. So yeah, we're excited. Let's get them installed. We're being as safe as possible with the car fully on rollers, doing one wheel at a time. That's high enough, Matt? Mr. NASCAR over here.
Pit stop!
Pita stop!
Alright, so out with the old 13-inch Volkswagen wheels, and in with the new 17-inch.
That's the right way.
Yeah.
Are we gonna do anything here beforehand?
What?
I don't know, just like, even just wipe it down with a towel. Something in me just wants to wipe it down with a towel. I don't know, man.
I don't understand your concept.
These are they're so flimsy.
It's like paper.
That's like a paper plate, it is.
I have
And they're
like,
kind of bent.
2 more. Should we like double them up?
I don't know. We're never gonna put this on any other car of ours, so
We might be able to sell them for a lot of money though.
I don't know, $2? Not gonna make any money off them, Matt. We'll see how one feels, and we might have to do 2. Because they are very flimsy.
Like we hit one rock and they'd be like gone.
Yeah. Are they gonna fit?
Well, they better.
They're for multi-bolts.
Yeah.
There we go. What does that look like, hey?
That looks like a disc brake.
Not half bad. Okay, but I mean, in the fronts, what do we have stock?
Stuff.
It's probably rusty rotors, so we might have to get some new cross drills from the front. Rolling in style. There you go.
Good.
That doesn't look too bad.
It's the shiniest thing on the car.
Yeah. They'll get dirty soon enough.
That's probably the only car in Manitoba right now that has those type of brakes on the rear.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. It's a good reason for that too. That's what $4 disc brake conversion gets you. Yeah, this is the bee's knees, this car right now. I couldn't be happier. So that's pretty much a wrap for this episode. We did everything we set out to do in this one day, which is awesome. We achieved what we wanted. So if you enjoyed this video, give us a like, give us a subscribe, give us a comment down low. Tell us how you feel about this video and the series and the car. Tell us what you want us to do to this car, because I mean, this is kind of revision 1 of this car. We're gonna have a lot of other stuff coming up, and it'd be awesome to have your input on that too. We still have quite a few more things planned before this is done, but let us know what you think. Make sure to check out the other videos in the series. They're kind of interesting. We've done a lot of stuff to this car so far. and the color. We have the color, as we've said a couple of times, and the next video out is going to be a color reveal. We're going to be doing this for you guys. We've had this color for a while and we're excited about it, and we just have to show you it because it looks so good. We're going to open the can up and take a peek because it looks so nice. Matt, have you opened the can? Have you seen it?
I have not even seen it yet.
I saw it at the store when they mixed it, and I was just at a loss for words because it's so beautiful. It is such a nice color. So the next video will be a color reveal, and we'll talk a little bit about that. But for now, that's a wrap. That's everything that we set out to do. We're done.